Hey everybody, Harold here. This is the first in a new series I'm going to do on Power Query. I believe it's one of the most powerful tools in Excel, and now I do all my data cleaning with Power Query. I've seen a lot of videos on it, but most of them are long, involved projects, and they don't cover every aspect of the software. So, because Microsoft keeps Office software pretty much flowing through the ribbon, I'm going to do a comprehensive ribbon review of Power Query. I'm going to start in Excel with the Data tab because that's where it originates, and then take you through the File, Home, Transform, Add Column, and View tabs in Power Query, and also explain all the parts of the interface. I hope you'll join me. I'm going to do this in a series. I'll try to keep each video under 10 minutes, and at the end, I'll release them all together. Well, I said I was going to review the Power Query ribbon, but any true review of the Power Query ribbon actually needs to start in the Data tab on the Excel ribbon. That is where we get our data and can view our queries connections. So we'll look at these two groups, get and transform data and queries and connections. On the left, very important, get data. Shows all the sources we can get data from. From our file, could be a workbook. If we click on any of these, it'll open File Explorer and we can go get it. A text file, XML, JSON, Java, PDF, folder. We could go out and get it from a database, SQL Server, Access, any analysis services, SQL Server analysis service. Azure, of course, the Data Lake or the Explorer, Power Platform, Dataverse. Other sources could be the current table, the web. I'll show you that one. Query from Microsoft, OData feed, ODBC, OLEDB, ABCDEFG. From picture, either clipboard or file, or from a blank query. From this tab, we can also merge and append queries. However, we'll do that in Power Query later from one of those ribbons, from that ribbon. We could, if we just wanted to go right into Power Query from a blank worksheet to work on something else, we could just launch Power Query from here. Data source settings let you manage the settings for your sources or your query options. Those are on the File tab in Power Query. Also, I will cover them there. Next, there's a series of most common options for getting data. A lot of people just get it from the CSV. One of my favorites is web. Let me show you how that works. I think this is really cool. I've copied this URL from Wikipedia about MLB home run leaders just to show you how this works. You could go out to Wikipedia, search for home run leaders, find this link yourself if you like. Say OK. What happened is, and this is cool, I said, Excel went out to that Wikipedia page and picked off everything it thought looked like a table. Some of these are different, not what we wanted, but I think I saw the one. Number 3 here, list edit, looks like what I wanted, a list of Major League Baseball career home run leaders. I could load that right into a table, but since we're doing Power Query, I will load it into Power Query with the Transform Data button. And there we go. My list of, tells me that's old. I'll refresh. My list of Major League Baseball career home run leaders ready to clean and transform in Power Query. Let me just close this, and you need to discard these if you don't want to keep anything. So that was from web. From table range, it's, let me do that again. You want to select your table or range. I'll use Control A. From table range, it picked out my headers and everything, loaded it up into Power Query. That's how you do it from table range. So I'm going to discard this. Picture, that's a good one. I'm going to try a picture from file since I don't have my clipboard. Here's a picture I took of the back of someone's baseball card. I'll say insert. I think this is really cool too. Excel is analyzing the data in my picture, trying to find the table I wanted and bring it in. Um, all this pink stuff at the top, I could review and take it out. I'm just going to, for expediency, just insert the data just to show you how this works. Insert anyway. I could review. So there is the data from that guy's baseball card. I could probably have to edit it. That's pretty good. If I was going to do a lot of baseball cards, rather than typing them in, I think I would choose that method. Let me real quick. I know we have the look. Put this back in Power Query and close and load it so I can show you how existing connections work. So we'll table range, and I'll just close and load. It's going to open up a new window, of course. Close this. And what I was talking about is if you say existing connections, there is a query on table 1 that I just created. Changed the color, made me a new tab called table 1. And table 1 and 2 are now all in here available to existing connections. You just cancel that. The queries and connections group, refresh all is and refresh are one of the most important buttons we have here. What they do is refresh your data when you add, append, update, what have you. To get that into Power Query in your queries, you need to update them. So you hit refresh. Queries and connections. Again, opens the pane, shows me the query, conveniently shows me a preview of the query. I could go view in worksheet, edit right from here, and shows me the connections, of which I don't have any. The properties shows me the external data properties, how I want the data to come in, like including row numbers, column widths, preserve the layouts and formattings, insert cells or rows for new data, override existing cells, so on and so forth. And if I had any links, I could edit them. So that is the Data tab in Excel, what I consider the first tab on the Power Query ribbon. I hope you like this. The next video will be on the File tab on the actual Power Query ribbon. We'll actually move into Power Query. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Please join me for the next one.